Hello again everybody. I haven't made a video in a while, but I really wanted to make a video to show something that I've just finished making. As you know, I love making new things, and somebody approached me saying, I've seen this pattern made by somebody else, made by Happy Hippo in the US, could you make it? And I said, yeah, of course, I'll give it a go. So here it is. This is the Vivian. And the pattern is by Swoon, and I'll put the link in the description below. It's a really nice pattern to follow. I did change a few things and I'll go through it as I show you. So this was made from a Super Bee and 2 change pads. Now you could make it from a Super Bee and 1 change pad, but you do really need that amount of material to do it. And I'll explain in a little bit why I use 2 change pads rather than 1. You don't get an awful lot of material from a Super Bee. I've got one down here. Here we go. So, from the Super Bee, you get, for print, you get this big segment here, but it's got 2 lines of stitching down the front here that if you unpick, you'll see the stitch holes. And it has this large panel at the back here, and this long, quite wide piece that goes all the way around the outside. The rest is lining. You get a lot of lining from this, and you get the zip at the top. As you see, this panel here, it's just this narrow panel, and then it goes into lining. And the inside of the pocket's lining, the inside of the bottom pockets is lining, so you don't actually get an awful lot of print. So you do need 1 Super Bee and 1 change pad. And it also works better if you have a sold separately change pad, because the sold separately change pads are made of the unlaminated material, whereas all the other change pads are all laminated as far as I know. I made this one out of 2 change pads because the lady who requested I make this wanted Lily on the front. And the Super Bee she had didn't really have Lily in a good place. She would have been covered by the strap, or just cut off half at the bottom if I was to put her on. So I suggested using 2 change pads, and I joined them together. So there is a join just here, but it's hidden by the strap when it's up, and the rest of the join is hidden completely underneath this, where this strap is sewn on. So it's not obvious. Because I use those 2 change pads, there's also no stitch holes on any of the exterior of the bag. There's not really any stitch holes on the inside either, because the lining seems to iron really well, and when you iron it, the stitch holes shrink, and to the point where you can't see them really at all. So I'm going to show you the features of this bag and tell you about the things I've changed. So this is the handbag size. There's a traveller size tote as well, but that would require a lot more fabric. I think it's almost double the size of this handbag. I'm not really sure, I haven't looked at the exact measurements. It has 2 exterior pockets on each end. I've changed this so it's got the key clip from the Super Bee inside there. So I like that actually, that you can clip on your keys and just slip them inside an exterior pocket. It makes them really easy to get to, but secure. There's also a D-ring on each side. Now, the person who requested this wanted big ones so she could hook her mummy hooks from her buggy into them as well. So hopefully that will work as well. But you could use them for a messenger strap, or for buggy hooks or whatever really. So they're on there. On the bottom, it's got purse feet, because who wants to get their bags scuffed up? I wish more Jujubee bags had those actually. I like that the BFF and the Be Prepared have them. I wish the Sporty and the BRB had them too. But it's got purse feet on them. Inside, the lady who asked for this to be made didn't want the mesh from the Super Bee, so I removed the mesh from the Super Bee, and so it's just a big, deep bag. There's lots of room in there. It's still got the pocket from the Super Bee though. I don't know if you can see it at the back there. Big zippered pocket that goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. So it's just a big, empty bag. It's got a solid base, solid-ish, still flexible, and it's padded as well. It's new. It uses Soft and Stable, which I've never used before. It's like a foam, but it's really, really nice, and I'm hoping to use some in my next pattern as well. So there it is. This is the Vivian from Swoon. Oh, and the lady requested coral piping around the edges, which I think looks really, really nice with the print as well, to match her pushchair. It looks really nice. I also changed how the zip was sewn on, because the zip on the pattern is covered by little side bits like this, and it doesn't really work with jujube fabric very well, because you're meant to stitch it together to hold it in place as you're sewing it onto other things, and then undo it to leave the zip open then, but it leaves stitch holes in the fabric, and I didn't like that. I don't like leaving stitch holes in the fabric. And the exposed zipper is nice on jujube anyway. So there we go, the Vivian. And I hope the lady who orders it really enjoys it. I really enjoyed making it. I will be opening for slots hopefully in 2 weeks' time. I'll be opening up a few slots and opening up a waiting list at the same time. I'll be opening that on my page and on the Jujube Customs page, so please keep an eye out for that, hopefully in about 2 weeks' time. I'm currently miniing a light and making some straps, and I think I've got one more order before I can open slots, but 2 weeks hopefully, so keep an eye out. In the background as well, I'm also going to be doing another little pattern for myself, and I'm going to be using this. This is cork fabric. It's super soft, flexible but very strong. It's an alternative to leather. I think it's a vegan alternative to leather, but it's so nice. I put some samples, pictures of some samples up on my page this morning. It's gorgeous. It's not very cheap. I only bought a rectangle of it. You can see that's sort of about how big it is. I've already cut the pattern pieces out of it. But I really, really wanted to have a go at using this because it looks so gorgeous on the bags I've seen it on. So I look out for that. I don't know when I'm going to finish it. I do my personal orders in the background, between other orders, or during the day if I can possibly fit it in when my little one's napping and my big one's preoccupied with something else. So I don't know when this is going to finish, so keep an eye out, but this fabric is lush. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!